today I'm going to be showing you how to create this multi-item sorter in your own worlds. So this video was actually going to be me showing you how to modify one of Tango Tek's older item sorters to work in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Unfortunately, it was so broken I decided I had to make my own. It's quite sad, but it's so true. It's over there behind me, can you see it? Oh my gosh, I spent ages building it and it didn't work. So yeah, so we have my own build. Here it is. So by multi-item sorter, what I mean is you can actually put any blocks you want in this system, in any space you want, and once you place them in this chest, it will actually sort them to where they need to go. So in just a second, we should see that the emeralds flowing into this space right here. Here they come. Just like that. And you can do that for all your different items in the game. You can even leave some blank spaces so that if you have any items that you haven't sorted yet, or if you have any unstackable items, they will actually be sent to any boxes, any chests that are not currently full with items. So the catch to this is you do need to make sure that every single slot in your chest inventory space is taken. If it's not, then whatever item comes next is going to be placed in there. So when you take some items out, always make sure to leave one behind, and that way you'll always know where all of your things are, and you'll never have to go looking through your chest for them. Now jumping into the tutorial, in this chest right over here I have all of the things you're going to need. Don't forget your chests, and also these are droppers, not dispensers, so don't get those confused either. Just going to grab all of those and then we'll go and get into this tutorial. Okay, so for this build we're going to want a 4x9 area to work in, and you're actually going to want to come down 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks from your floor in your base or wherever you're building this, and your chests are going to go on these blocks right here. Just to give you an overview of how much you're going to need. So 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th block is going to be the floor. Okay, so in this front left corner we're going to want to place a block, another block there, and sort of stair up right there like that. We're going to place another block right there, and then we're going to come to the back of this 4x9 and place a block there and a block there. Come forward 1, 2, 3 blocks and place another block either side, and that is the base structure of this done. We're going to be placing a redstone torch there, here, here, and here. There and here, there and here. We're going to get some redstone dust and pop some on that block and on that block. We're also going to run some redstone lines like this. And we're going to run some redstone just like this. Then get your repeaters. We're going to put a repeater facing into this torch. And this is the most important repeater you're going to place down. This one right here, we're going to put that on 4 ticks. Anything else and it will not work. Okay, so then we're going to get some comparators and we're going to run them into this block right here and run them back like that. So this is creating a pulse lengthener, and this is just a simple clock. This pulse extender is going to keep this clock running or shut it off when it's finished, basically. Next thing we're going to want to do, I'm actually going to place, I don't know why I got rid of the flooring, I'm going to pop that back in. Let's place all of our chests in. We're going to go up, we're going to have 5 chests in total, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to do the other side, so 10 chests total, if you can count. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is pop in our first 2 droppers, not the full dropper line at this stage, just the first 2. And then we're going to get our hoppers. The first hopper goes into the side of this dropper, and then the second one into this side of that dropper. The first line of hoppers we're going to wrap around just like this, and this is going to be your input hopper here. I would bring it up and then out to wherever your floor is, so you can just pop a chest down wherever you want, and that's where you put your items to be sorted. And the next line is going to come from this hopper right here. Going to come forward, backwards 2, across 1, and then like that. So there should be a gap here because we're going to need this line in just a second. And then we can actually place in our hoppers on our chest. But before we do, we're going to come up 1, 2 blocks just like that and place repeaters into those blocks. Then we can delete them because they're just placeholders. And now place, not repeaters, hoppers. Now place hoppers all the way up the side of your chests, just like this. And then the last 2 place into these blocks here. Now we need to do our output line. So for this, we're going to just grab a block and just run an output line into this block right here. At this point now, you can either just put a chest, or you can run that then into the next segment of this, like I've got over here, where are we to? Over here. So you can see this line here. There's actually, it's quite hard to see, but basically it's just running into the other segment. You can also do this. So I've popped a chest on top of here. So this is the line. You can just run a hopper there and a hopper there with a chest on top, and that can be another input for this column. You don't need to do that, but some people like to. Next, we shall be placing a block on top of this redstone torch with a slab there and another full block against the side of this hopper right there. We're going to place another block there, a block here, a block there, and a block there. So we're just going to stagger them up the build, just like that. And then we're going to get some more half slabs and put 2 just there like that. Now if you get your redstone, we're going to put a row of 4 pieces of redstone right there with 2 repeaters facing into those blocks on the default tick setting. And then we're going to build up, this pattern is going to repeat all the way to the top. We're going to put 2 blocks with 2 redstone torches and some redstone dust on top. And then again, 2 blocks, 2 redstone torches, redstone dust on top, and another 2 more times, I believe. Yep, just like that. So you should be finishing on the same level as your top hoppers. Now we're going to get half slabs and just run them into the side of those full blocks that we've placed down. And we're going to be doing the same thing as we did at the bottom, running repeaters and redstone into them. Miss out this last layer for the repeaters going into the side of the blocks. Okay, so just redstone either side, and then repeaters on either one. So if you're having issues with your items running over or not going in the slot they're supposed to go in, that's because your timings are out. So you need to make sure that this repeater is definitely on 4 ticks and that all of these repeaters are set to the correct value, which is the default. The next thing we're going to do is run up a staircase of redstone all the way to the top, which is quite straightforward. I'm sure you'll be able to manage it. If you've got this far, you shouldn't be struggling with this bit. We're just going to run some redstone like this. Make sure when you do this that you remember to place redstone down on this hopper here and then onto this block. If you place this block on this side and you alternate, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it reaches all the way to the top. Just something to be aware of. Having said that, it probably does. Maybe I'm just being too cautious. Okay, so that is actually your item sorter complete. The only thing we need to do now is add in our item elevators, which is going to be the dropper line. So for this, we're going to come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 droppers, and then on the 8th dropper, we're going to be placing it this way facing the front. Same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I hate placing these, it's so difficult. And then we can run our hoppers into the existing hoppers that are at the top of our build. And guys, we are very nearly there. It's not too long now. Okay, on the underneath, sorry, of these hoppers, pop on some temporary half slabs. And then some half slabs that we're going to be keeping there. And put in 2 redstone repeaters facing into those 2 hoppers. Now we're going to be sort of staircasing up off this redstone torch here. So we're going to place a block there, a block there, and a block there. Same on this side. Just like that. And we're going to be placing a comparator on this block and a comparator on that block. Before we go any further, make sure these are set to 2 ticks. One of the issues I have found with this is that occasionally some items can get caught in these 2 droppers here. It's normally only one. That's all I've experienced, is the very last item that goes through the system can sometimes get caught in one of these 2. And having this set to 2 ticks minimizes that to about 50% of the time. So it can be a little bit annoying, but actually the compromise you're making with that is significant, because the only other way I've found to get them right to the top, all of the items go up, is by messing with the timings, and that unfortunately throws out the timings for the item sorter chests at the front here. So best of both worlds is just to have these on 2 ticks and just live with the fact that one item is going to get stuck in here from time to time. When you put more items through, it does then wash that item through the system and it will get to the right place. So nothing to be too concerned about. Okay, so we are now going to place in our powered rails. We need to place those on these blocks here. And we're also going to place a torch on the underneath of this, well, on the back side of this block here. Okay, so next thing we're going to need to do is get our building blocks and run them all the way down the side of our droppers, missing out the last 2 droppers. So these 2 should be free. And then we're going to get observers and place those in one there against that powered rail facing, that's the wrong block. One that way, so the face of it is looking this way, if that makes sense. I always get confused with these observer blocks. They're quite tricky. There's the other one facing the same way, and this one's going to be facing into the rail like that. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. You can either just bring up these observers all the way like that, which is the easiest way but also uses more quartz, and then you would just build off the back of this just like this. I mean, for tutorial sake, that is much easier than doing the powered rails. Or you can actually save some quartz and pop in your observers just like this. So that's the same as before, but then you can put a powered rail on top, then another observer, powered rail, observer, powered rail, and then you can just place your observers on those blocks just like that. Obviously make sure that you've got the orientation of all of these observers the right way round, but I'm assuming you're pretty savvy if you've managed to get through all this. Okay, so you should have something that looks either like this or something that looks like this. For symmetry's sake, I'm actually gonna alter this because it kind of bugs me. And that should be it. So I'm gonna test this now, but who knows, this could all go wrong if I've just missed one block, so get ready for it. So all you're going to want to do to actually sort out your items is get some filler blocks, like some smooth stone for example. It doesn't have to be smooth stone, obviously it can be anything that you don't really care about. It could be sticks, it can be slime balls I've seen some people using. It's completely up to you. Okay, so we've got our filler blocks in place. I'm going to sort some redstone and some redstone torches, and in this chest we'll sort some chests and some observers. So we're going to go to our input chest, pop in, let's just pop in like 4 observers, 5 redstone torches, 8 redstone dust. What was the other one I did? Chests. And 8 chests, and they should all go into the right slots. Again, one may get stuck here. So that was quick. We've got 5 observers in place. We've got 5 redstone torches, 7 redstone dust, and 8 chests. Was that everything, or did we miss something? Yep, there you go. So there was a chest stuck, and I think that should be the only one. I've only ever noticed one item be stuck. So you can either just come and take that out, or you can just leave it there, and when you drop something in there next time, like for example some smooth stone, it will flush that through the system. There it goes. And it'll just end up back in our chest. So there's nothing to be concerned about. You'll always get all of your items. No need to panic. So that's going to do it for this tutorial, guys. If you did like this or it did help you, please leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I'm actually going to be building this in my survival series, Cyclopean Craft, on our multiplayer server. Go and check out that series if you haven't already. I did just want to let you guys know that before making this video, I have actually checked out Tango's item sorter for Java Edition, and the very base layer of this item sorter is entirely Tango's design. So I've left his link in the description, please go and check him out. However, his design didn't work for Bedrock, and it is 3 years old, so I had to do a lot of updating, and by the time I'd actually put everything together, it was almost entirely my own design. I don't watch any other Bedrock YouTubers, so I honestly had nothing to go on. This has literally taken me about a week to put together, but yeah, I just wanted to give a mention to Tango Tek, because it was his item sorter that first got me started on creating this machine. And I would really appreciate it if you guys would leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out, and obviously I'm just starting off on my YouTube adventure. I would really appreciate it if some of you guys would come along for the ride with me. With all that said, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.